Welcome back. Mike Spence, TSPN TV News Desk with guest Maureen Funk. It's a good thing we went to break because we were working on Maureen's vision for the future. It turned out she has one already. It's remarkable because you've become so professional that you probably have like a spreadsheet.
No, not yet. It's all in the head.
Yeah, it's all still up in the head. Well,
yes.
It'll be on paper before you know it. We want to let our viewers know that the Amador Council of Tourism operates out of the new transportation center up at the top of the hill there in Martel, which is a beautiful location.
It is.
To have a picnic even up there, overlooking the lake. You have the most beautiful offices. And you play a role in the transportation. You have a great partnership with the transportation group.
Yes.
Because your office is right there where people catch the buses. And so your volunteers do provide a critical role in supplementing that information service.
Yes.
And that's a big part of the council's responsibility, I'm sure. And you have a lot of materials up there people can find. It's probably one of the best places for people if it's the first place they go in Amador County. You want to direct them up there to Maureen at the Council of Tourism because they know what they're doing and they have all the right materials and they're guiding people in the right directions. And some of the materials, why don't you go ahead and show us some of the things that you're doing now with we have a new flyer, new pamphlets. And
yeah, so
I'll hold them up.
Yeah, why don't you hold, this is
sure.
the Gold Country Visitors Association map. It's our 4th edition of this, and it's we increase the publication each time, pardon me, and there's a map in the middle, so you'll actually want to flip that over, Mike. There we go, well done. So it's got the Route 49 and the little red stains are all our winery regions, and there's a legend down below for interest. And the county descriptions of things to see and do runs north to south. All of us partner counties carry this in our offices because we know that our visitors don't see county lines. And so we are quite knowledgeable about our partners to the north and south. We rotate meetings and go visit one another's counties throughout the year so that we can speak about what it's like to go visit our county. Because often we have a visitor come in and we say, we're just going to be here for a couple of hours because we're headed up to Grass Valley, for example, or we're headed south to Angels Camp and then on to Yosemite. And so we talk them through all that and what their interests are, and we have the magazines to match that. So this piece flies out, and often we'll get Europeans coming through doing a 2-week trek of 49, and we just love those people.
I can't believe the Gold Country is so huge. When you say
huge.
Mother Lode or Gold Country,
9 counties.
It really is an expansive area.
Yes, and beautiful. Beautiful top to
Now, how
bottom.
much area do you actually, as the Amador County Council, do you just focus on Amador County, or do you go throughout the Gold Country and promote things other places as well?
When I go to shows as Gold Country, then I am there as Gold Country's representative, and I broadly represent Gold Country. And I know each of our inventories well enough that I can speak about that. But when I'm in a travel show and paid for my booth as Amador County, then this is my primary piece. And this just published at State Fair, which is actually a perfect example of just Amador County. We do the county exhibit at State Fair. It's all about Amador County, and this magazine was available for the first time at State Fair this summer. It's the 5th publication. It
Beautiful
goes,
magazine.
Pardon me, yeah, thank you. I'm really proud of this one. It's the 3rd time I've done it from start to finish, and I have a fantastic professional team that works with me on this. Larry Angier is the photographer, and Trevor Barker of T-Dog Studios is the designer and publisher. And so we take this magazine, goes in all of our local lobbies, but it goes to travel shows as well. It goes out on request. It's available online. You can load it onto your desktop or your phone and view it as a flip book, so you can pull off and print or save particular pages that you find interesting, and so it serves a purpose of drawing them into our county. When we know industry surveys show that when someone requests this magazine, it's clearly a signal of intent to travel, and you've darn near closed the door. So if you can get it into their hands, they're going to be here.
Well, I love seeing the ads for the hospital and the steakhouse and our dining and different things that we don't talk about enough, especially up country. We have some of the greatest golf, the greatest recreation, greatest hamburgers, pizza.
Truly, truly. And in the middle, we have that.
See some more of that.
We identify interest by using international icons here, and then putting the numbers in them, and then you find them on the map. So if you know what you love, you can just pop open the magazine to the middle and get an idea of where to go and do things.
Well, we have a great hospital, great school system.
We do.
Things that just need to be mentioned more often, and it's great to see them in a beautiful publication like this. I'm going to keep all of these things.
They're
This
all
is going in
yours.
one bathroom. This is
Okay,
going in the
very
other.
good.
I think for all
Gotta
my
have
guests,
that.
I'd love to
That's it.
show them.
And then this one is we partnered with Jackson Rancheria to publish, in case people didn't want the magazine. They could take this card, and it's a picture of the cover, and it says, you know what they say about a day of fishing.
Right.
Plan your fishing trip. So there's an itinerary builder on
That is my big thing. It's just the recreation is
Thank
such
you.
an
I
economy
know.
boost.
I know.
You know, people don't realize, agriculture, recreation, those are the most
Those are
critical
what
things
people
for the
love to
economy
see and do, and that's
our
why,
county.
the back of the magazine has 4 pages just to list our parks, let alone the other things.
Right.
And this one on the reverse side has some slot play for the casino, so you get,
$25 worth.
yes, whether you're returning or new, and that gives us a little bit of ROI as well, so we can track that.
Great benefit.
So the itinerary builder allows
Bet you
to...
that's as popular as anything
It
else.
has been, and those went to State Fair, and they last through the end of the month. So we've got those at the office, and the pieces are all meant to work together. So all of those, along with launching the brand new website. I think if you go and see the website, again, it's my website designer there was Bruce Chesum from Digital Wine Marketing, another professional that's part of my team, and I am humbled by how much they have invested in our little county and our organization, and just really proud to talk about those relationships, because all of this together makes us more successful going down the road.
And what is the website address?
touramador.com.
touramador.com.
And if you guys, we're still working kinks out, so if you go through it and you see some things that maybe aren't quite correct, we are happy to take input. We are also happy to hear compliments, especially my
Well,
volunteers who worked their tails off to
Should
put
be
that
complimented,
stuff.
but you have some great partners in the rancheria and
Yes,
in the
I
wine
do.
country. I
Yeah.
mean, we're just so fortunate throughout our county to have these types of industries that can propel your movement forward and your efforts forward.
Yes.
It's great to have the partnerships.
Yes,
that come in.
absolutely.
And you have to be the kind of person who can generate those partnerships,
Well,
and you've been doing it.
A partnership is a two-way street. You have to remember it's not just about receiving. You have to go out there and give as much as you're getting, and I feel very strongly about that. And I enjoy it. I know you do too. That's why we run into each other, because we're having a good time. So
Well, we want to, tell people as often as possible.
Exactly.
The good things. Highlight the good things. It's not that we have this great agenda for change. It's just
No.
vibrancy is what it's about, and making it an attractive place for people to come, move their families here, and just having the vibrancy without a lot of
Absolutely.
change, and maintaining the character of the county. But I just love events that just show people
We have fabulous events. Yeah.
what's going on, and we get kind of caught up in the forest sometimes, up country, and we have our own things going on. We like to keep it quiet and stay to ourselves, but we don't get as involved as we could, throughout different events in the county. Tomorrow night, I'm going to see Foreigner over
Oh,
at the
what
Jackson
fun.
Rancheria on a Thursday night.
know, what a
My daughter and my
blast.
wife, and we're all going to a concert.
have you got your T-shirts?
On a Thursday? No, I couldn't. I couldn't find any. I have a lot of old T-shirts, but they're probably too small for me at this point. It would not be a good thing. But there are just events that you want to participate in and go out and enjoy,
Yes.
and the more you do, especially being involved with TSPN, it's been a great opportunity to just be more engaged.
Yeah.
And it adds to the quality of your life.
It does,
and,
indeed.
what you're doing and being involved with all the events like you are. And it's easy to be out there promoting.
It is. It
I
is.
find
It is. And I think sometimes we forget. I had a birthday recently, and I hiked up in Thunder Mountain, and we had a great, great day. It was one of those spectacular days. And I said on the way back down, oh my gosh, I think we forget this is in our backyard.
Yep.
And so we're already planning the next hike and the rest of that, but my summer doesn't really start till August, because I've got to get through State Fair, I've got to get through so much stuff. We have so many visitors in the visitor center, and so my big release was, okay, let's get the heck out of Dodge and go up country where there's no cell phone reception.
Right. Oh no, people.
play.
You have to.
You have to play.
I have a place at Kirkwood, and My wife likes to cool off during the warm months. She likes to go to a little cooler climate.
Yes.
So we spend a lot of time up there, and we think, doesn't everybody know what's up here? Because we're up here all by ourselves.
Probably not.
You feel like
Yeah,
you're
sometimes.
among the animals and the wildlife, but you don't really see that many people up country.
Yeah.
And it really is quiet up there. And you think, God, how can those people all be down in Jackson this weekend when they could be up here? I think sometimes, but we have a lot going on here in the county as well down below. But it's just fun to see the recreation that we have up country and appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely.
And, your vision for the future in terms of how you see this all developing with the Tourism Council, and how do you see that?
Well, we had a visioning workshop actually back in February, and we came up with some ideas about where we need to take the organization and how we see Amador. And I think we still feel we're an undiscovered gem, that we don't have to do a lot to get the word out, because there's not much we would change. It's more about just getting the word out, and then so the dollars that the Measure Q passing, it actually triggered the workshop occurring, and then so who are we going to be when we grow up? We're now approaching a 10-year anniversary as an organization. So we came up with a plan that involved getting more partners to the table, getting the word out more internally about the organization in the county, and then externally. Looking to have familiarity trips with media and the rest of that, and getting the word out. And so all of that actually is starting to happen with hardly any effort. We're probably going to have another visioning workshop in about a year, but I think I've got a good plan going forward, and we'll see where it takes us. But I think the mission statement holds true, and we're going to keep to that, and I just thank everybody for getting behind us and supporting us.
Well, having some of the best wines in California doesn't hurt either. I mean, people are really discovering Amador County. And
it splits down the middle, Mike. We get about half that want to go do the wine tasting thing, and then half that want to do the outdoor recreation and family-friendly thing and event thing. So we try to be ready for all those visitors and make sure we have heads in beds.
Well, there's a lot to do, and I want to thank you for coming on
Thank you.
Letting us hear a little bit more about what you're doing up there, because it is very exciting, and I want to make sure that our viewers stay tuned to more TSPN TV programming.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.